Hello everyone, welcome back to another thrilling recap. Today I'm going to explain a 2017 Russian science fiction and action movie called Attraction. The film commences with Yulia, the daughter of a prominent figure in the Russian military, recounting a tale of her late mother and expressing her sense of isolation despite residing with her father. In the classroom, the teacher discusses an earthly phenomenon and a nerdy character named Google appears infatuated with Yulia, frequently attempting to assist her in answering the teacher's queries. After school, Yulia seeks permission from her father, Colonel Valentin Lebedev, to witness an upcoming meteor shower, but he refuses, citing concerns for her safety. Irritated by her father's decision, she contacts her daring boyfriend, Teoma, who encourages her to defy her father, arguing that such meteor showers occur only once every 50 years. Eventually, Teoma picks up Yulia, and they join others on a rooftop to observe the meteor shower. While Yulia reunites with her friend Svetlana, the couple decides to have fun in Svetlana's apartment, leaving Yulia alone on the rooftop. Concurrently, an extraterrestrial spacecraft is observed traversing the solar system. Unexpectedly, the ship is struck by a meteor, leading to malfunctions and a rapid descent into Earth's atmosphere. The Russian military detects the descending alien spacecraft and responds by launching missiles at it. However, the spaceship remains unaffected, maintaining its trajectory and accelerating toward the city. As a result, it collides with numerous buildings, including Svetlana's apartment, leading to widespread destruction. Tragically, Svetlana loses her life instantly, shocking the couple who narrowly escaped falling from the damaged building. Following the destructive crash that claims hundreds of lives, the spaceship eventually comes to a halt. The Russian military swiftly approaches the impact zone, initiating contact protocols while simultaneously evacuating the city due to the potential threat of the spaceship containing a nuclear payload. Colonel Lebedev, accompanied by Mikhail Polskin, a State Duma deputy, advances toward the ship in an attempt to communicate with what appears to be an ancient extraterrestrial creature. In anticipation of a possible threat, armed personnel are strategically positioned. Mikhail extends a welcoming gesture to the alien and initial attempts at communication occur, albeit in an unfamiliar language. After a brief period, Lebedev reports to higher authorities, stating that an agreement has been reached with the aliens to maintain a safe distance. As repairs commence on the damaged spaceship, some high-ranking officials propose a preemptive assault to obliterate the vessel. However, Colonel Lebedev rejects the idea of provoking hostilities and opts for a strategy of observation. Meanwhile, Yulia regains consciousness to the devastating news of her girlfriend's demise. Yulia, deeply affected by the news broadcast revealing her father's involvement in the operation and the protective measures around the spaceship, leaves the hospital and mourns the loss of her friend. Colonel Lebedev takes her home and she temporarily resides with her grandmother. Despite the recent events, school continues and the teacher expresses enthusiasm about the prospect of encountering an extraterrestrial civilization. The students harbor anger towards the aliens, believing them to be responsible for the deaths of their friends and family members, yet the military remains inactive. Yulia, fueled by grief, clandestinely acquires her father's gun and visits Teoma's gang hideout. There, Teoma and his friends plan to disseminate negative comments about the aliens on social media. Yulia urges them to venture into the quarantine zone to avenge her girlfriend's death. Sneaking through an old processing plant, they reach the zone. While Teoma suggests Yulia wait in the car, the others explore nearby buildings, discovering an alien entity that appears to have fallen through the ceiling. Simultaneously, Yulia defies her boyfriend's orders and silently ascends to Svetlana's apartment room. An alien creature unexpectedly appears, surprising Yulia. The creature prevents her from falling and attempts to communicate with her. When Teoma and his friends arrive, they attack the mysterious creature, causing it to lose its grip and freefall. They approach the creature, finding blood with human-like characteristics. It turns out to be an exoskeleton armor, and Yulia notices a dying alien creature with a human-like physical form. Despite this, she chooses to ignore him. They manage to discreetly take the armor and the mysterious object away. Later that night, Yulia, unable to sleep, returns to the building in the quarantine zone. Upon arrival, she rescues the alien and conceals his body inside the car. The following day, she seeks help from Google, who aspires to study medicine after graduation. Yulia explains that she feels indebted to the alien and is determined to save him. Google, after examining the alien, notes the similarity in anatomy to humans. Together, they take him to a hospital, where a blood test reveals that he shares the same blood group as Yulia. She decides to undergo a blood transfusion, successfully reviving the alien. As he awakens, he unexpectedly grabs her hand, transferring his mental bracelet to her. During a bath, Yulia discovers that the metal bracelet attracts water, endowing her with the ability to control it. Meanwhile, the military retrieves the shield-like alien device and launches an investigation. Colonel Lebedev realizes that the device has water-controlling capabilities on the other side. A fisherman is astonished to find unusual water phenomena nearby, and the alien vessel mysteriously disappears. Scientists deduce that the ship utilizes water to repair itself, as 30% of the external damage has been miraculously restored. Simultaneously, the alien, now named Haikon, regains consciousness and surprisingly speaks Russian. He introduces himself and explains that he is in search of a device called Shilk. After dressing up, Haikon departs on his own. Patrolling officers spot Haikon and detain him, taking him to a police station for interrogation. Meanwhile, Teoma and his friends examine the exoskeleton, realizing its potential for human use due to its size. Accidentally activating the armor causes a panic among the gang. Teoma contacts Colonel Lebedev with the intention of handing over the exoskeleton to the military, but the colonel is unavailable. In the midst of this, they encounter a furious crowd upset over the military's rationing of water. A scuffle ensues between the officers and the crowd. Teoma, attempting to defuse the situation, intervenes but ends up getting arrested after being hit by an officer. When Lebedev arrives, Teoma cancels his plan to hand over the exoskeleton during questioning. The police officer is perplexed when she finds no fingerprints on Haikon's fingers. Yulia arrives at the police station to free Haikon, but Teoma, disappointed with her actions, is also present in the same room. Despite the tension, Yulia decides to bring Haikon to meet her father. During their journey, Haikon explains that he needs Shilk to return to his home planet. Upon arrival, Yulia fabricates a story that she is pregnant to ensure her father's willingness to meet her. She introduces Haikon to Colonel Lebedev, silently acquiring her father's access card and giving it to the alien. Enraged, the colonel orders Haikon to leave. Haikon disguises himself as a scientist, infiltrating the laboratory to retrieve Shilk from the unidentified object. It takes some time before the scientists realize he is not Colonel Lebedev, triggering an emergency alarm. Haikon reunites with Yulia, and Colonel Lebedev orders his men to drive them home. Teoma is released, and he, along with his friends, begins preparations for a revolt, modifying their car, crafting Molotov cocktails, and arming themselves with baseball bats. After apologizing to Yulia, Teoma pleads with her to join the movement, but she refuses, choosing the alien, Haikon, over him. Haikon urgently needs to bring Shilk into the ship, but has to wait until midnight to avoid the guards. Yulia brings him home, where she introduces her sick dog to the alien. Haikon, understanding the dog's suffering, uses Shilk to miraculously cure its sickness, restoring the dog's health. While eating, Yulia learns from the TV that Haikon is now considered a military fugitive. Her father, Colonel Lebedev, arrives home with his military convoy, prompting Yulia and Haikon to run away. During their escape, Haikon warns Yulia about the harmful effects of smoking. Simultaneously, a hate video targeting the alien and the military goes viral, influencing many people to believe that humans must protect Earth from superior beings. It is revealed that Teoma and his friends created and posted the video to incite hatred. Yulia and Haikon visit Google and borrow his clothes before attending a concert to evade Colonel Lebedev's search. While dancing, Haikon invites Yulia to hold his hand, revealing the beauty of his home planet. He explains that humans are forbidden from approaching their ship, as Saul, a protective entity, would destroy it out of fear of humans stealing advanced technology. Teoma's friend spots Yulia and Haikon at the concert, informing Teoma and fueling his rage. After the party, Yulia guides Haikon back to his ship through an abandoned building. There they share a kiss, and Yulia confesses her true feelings to the alien. Unexpectedly, Teoma and his friends, heartbroken, appear and brutally attack Haikon. In response, Haikon decides to fight back, displaying his superiority and easily subduing everyone, especially when Teoma slaps Yulia. In a tragic turn of events, one of the men attempts to shoot Haikon, but the bullet accidentally hits Ruslan instead. Devastated by the loss of his best friend, Teoma and his remaining companion manage to escape. When the guards arrive, Teoma orders his friend to spread false news, claiming that the alien killed Ruslan, inciting an internet-fueled riot against the spaceship. As the crowd gathers, Teoma delivers a provocative speech, accusing the military of protecting the aliens instead of the people and urging them to reclaim their Earth. Despite the military's decision to hold their fire and defend the line, Teoma's group rampages and breaks through the barricade. Meanwhile, at the military base, Yulia reveals to her father that Haikon is not human. Disobeying her father, she threatens to harm herself, believing that returning the alien to his ship is the right course of action. Instead of launching a full military assault, she drives Haikon back to his spaceship, where Teoma, now equipped with a new suit, intervenes. A car crash ensues, causing Yulia to faint. With no other option, Haikon engages in a battle with Teoma. Teoma initially overpowers the alien and attempts to kill him when Yulia regains consciousness and uses the car to strike the exoskeleton. Simultaneously, Colonel Lebedev and his soldiers lower their weapons, signaling to the aliens that they pose no harm. The exoskeleton loses its arm and Teyoma is ejected from the suit. He grabs a rifle and ruthlessly shoots the couple. Witnessing his daughter being shot, Colonel Lebedev orders his men to arrest Teyoma. The aliens cooperate with the humans, placing the dying Hakan, Yulia, and Colonel Lebedev into a healing capsule. Lebedev communicates with the ship's ally, Saul, who speaks Russian. Saul explains that Earth is off-limits due to its extremely aggressive social environment. Hakan believes there is hope for future contact and sets off to observe Earth. Thanks to Yulia's sincere love for Hakan, Saul suggests that she might bring a positive impact to the outcome of the observation. Yulia is resurrected and the spaceship departs from Earth. As it releases excess water, Yulia reflects that one stranger in the far distant cosmos believed in humankind's capabilities more than humans themselves. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.